Hi, yours truly is Gabriel Woon, and today we're going to talk about how to live well, stay beautiful, and at the same time enjoy life. It is every man's dream. All of us do want to live well, stay beautiful, and enjoy life for the rest of our lives. And I wish to thank Elcon Global, our company, for giving me this opportunity to share this with you guys. And let's get moving. So, this topic actually, for all of us, is very, very important. And let me get the PowerPoint right. And if we look at our surroundings, the air pollution, the water contamination is very obvious because you look at our lakes, filthy. You look at our rivers, even worse. And the amount of stoppages in terms of water supply due to contamination to the reservoirs and all that, or the intakes to the reservoir is unprecedented, particularly in Selangor. And chemical substances in which also all these will contribute to the proliferation of bacteria and viruses. People in the 21st century, honestly, is very, very stressful because we are living an unhealthy life in terms of an unhealthy lifestyle, such as smoking, lack of exercise, and sleep. It is because of the environment, the work environment, and the lifestyle altogether. And our eating habits are truly, truly not the right way of doing things. We eat on the run, in particular, a lot of fast food as well. So with all this, right, and the work things really, really contribute to the stress that we have. Not to mention the current situation that we are in, the pandemic, the COVID-19, where our lifestyle in terms of, the uh, MCOs, ECMO, RCMO, whatever it is, restricts our lifestyle. And at the same time, we can't see our financial future because there's a lot of layoff. A lot of people are having their salary cuts and so forth. And the modern lifestyle challenges, right, has chronic diseases. 30 years ago, we were looking at chronic diseases appearing in senior citizens, but today it appears even in people in their 20s. And these chronic diseases affect our system. So we become lethargic. It affects our appearance and beauty as well because everything is not right. And the most noticeable thing is our appearance, isn't it? And it will also accelerate our aging, which will then, right, make us have low productivity, which means our output is affected. And for some people, it will also lead to obesity. But of course, in some other people, it will lead, in fact, to shrinkage where they become malnutrition and so forth. And our bodies respond to the food we eat and lifestyle we adopt has a lot and a lot of impact on our well-being. So how to achieve a fruitful life? Well, it is about choices, honestly. The food we take, the drink we have, the supplements, if uh, we take it at all, the beauty products that we use, and the physical activity. It's a choice. Many of us, honestly, because of the situation that we are in, the physical activity is restricted. Beauty products, because of the financial situation that we are in due to the COVID-19, we may compromise on the products in terms of price, but it's a choice. It's still a choice, in other words. But if you look at it, to lead a fruitful life is all about balance. We need to balance between work, sleep, leisure, and relaxation. We can't have all work and no relaxation or leisure or sleep. It's to the other extreme, right? And we can't have all leisure and relaxation without any work at all. So it is a balance so that we get the best out of it. And it is also about a healthy lifestyle. making positive changes in our lives each day is an approach to being healthy. So it is not the big leap forward. It is what we do every day, simple steps that we will take so that we have a meaningful and healthy lifestyle. Good news, it is possible for all of us to understand our body and make early preparation. This is through the DNA profiling. So this DNA profiling is not just any profiling. This DNA profiling through TrueU, right? The DNA profiling helps us to build a picture of ourselves, meaning our true you, in other words, what we are made up of. So health, honestly, starts by knowing our genes. Now, we do not know our stress level. We do not know our sleep patterns. We do not know our immune system, our diet, our heart health. We really don't really know, isn't it? Our eye health, the physical unknown, what are we exposed to in terms of health risks, our gut health, the vitamins, and also the mental health. With all this unknown, it is truly impossible to make a right decision, a choice, in other words, of getting to have a healthy life. We just think that we have enough nutrition, we have exercise, is balanced enough, is good enough. But honestly, it is not good enough, as we shall see. So why do we need TrueU? This profiling, TrueU profiling. First, we will know our body well to optimize our health with suitable nutrients and supplementation. As I've said, right, when we don't know, when we have the unknown, we just take it and hope it works. So now with this, the body, right, we need to optimize our health with suitable nutrients and supplementation. What are we deficient in? Whether it is vitamin D, A, B12, B6, folate, if you go down the list, whether it's calcium, selenium. I've done the TrueU profiling test myself. And the report came back and says I'm B12 deficient. So I need to be very careful. I need to take products that have a lot of B12. And spirulina is one of them that gives us a lot of vitamin B12, which is good for the brains. And if this test was, or this science was 50 years ago, maybe I might have been a more brilliant guy. And that's now you know why I ended up as an engineer. Not so brilliant. And also, I have a caffeine sensitivity, very high caffeine sensitivity. Unfortunately, right, when I was young, very, very young, in maybe 6, 7 years old, my family culture, right, we have coffee. Every one of us have coffee in the morning, a big glass of coffee. So I started very, very young. But of course, drinking coffee has its plus points in terms of the high antioxidants, etc. But it is not good because for me, my DNA says I am highly sensitive to caffeine, right? But if I had known then, or my parents had known then, I probably would have turned up to be someone else, right? With better attributes and with physical, maximize my physical assets and so forth, and also my brains, etc. So, and on top of that, number two, we will know our potential health risks, whether we are obesity risk. There are some people, you know, whatever they do, they seem to have obesity risk, suffer from obesity all the time. And sometimes parents may not have type 2 diabetes, but then the offspring may suffer from that because it's in the DNA. So whether we have gut irritability risk or not. So in fact, I do have that. In fact, I have a gut operation twice. So, but then again, because this test wasn't available then, we didn't know, right? And then we can also maximize our potential in terms of muscle power, athletics, in other words. And some of us, when we do exercise, we're out of breath very, very fast. And in between exercise, we need a long recuperation. We don't really know why. And then we have a power to weight ratio, whether we have the strength and all that, and whether one of the more important one is the soft tissue inflammation. And then what about being a night owl? Now, I had always slept early until university days, but that's because of the university course, right? I didn't sleep until maybe 1, 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. because of the assignments and so forth. But because of that, over the years in the university, right, that has been like a habitual thing. So for me, right, I'm in between. I'm neither a night owl nor an early sleeper. It's like in between. So it is important to find out so that we can maximize our potential in terms of our physical ability as well. And on top of that, why choose True You? It is first, it is the scientifically proven each DNA parameter in the genetic report. You can see from the PowerPoint here, is supported by at least 4 peer-reviewed scientific papers giving us valid results based on solid evidence. Now, mind you, I have to emphasize on this. 4 peer-reviewed scientific papers. Peer review is very important. It is reviewed by people of the similar stature, people who are focused into this particular field, not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry, whether they are professors or whether they carry a PhD, but they are not into this field. But they are people, peer review means people review the reports, right? Because of their ability in this field. They are of the same caliber, in other words. So in other words, right, our DNA parameter, right, if they say, okay, it is definitely okay. It is also transparent and trustworthy resources. Well, we base our references on more than 2,000 trustworthy scientific resources. So with such transparency, you can simply click on the link in your mobile app to access the full scientific papers. And accuracy, right, and precise, it is 99.9% in this True You profiling test. When we do this test, right, we definitely want it to be as accurate as possible. If it is not, why do it in the first place? It's also guesswork, isn't it? Right? So our laboratory, right, is ISO/IEC 17025 semicolon colon 2017, accredited by Standards Malaysia for the Illumina Infinium HTS assay using saliva DNA extracted with a UK medical device grade saliva DNA kit. So you can see, right, we leave nothing to chance. We want you to have the report as accurate as possible because this ISO/IEC 17025, right, ensures that the gene variant profile data determined at our laboratory are reliable, right, with a 99.9% accuracy. And then number 4, it is 100% actionable DNA parameters. So we use a combined bit chip where 1,000 SNPs are carefully selected to give meaningful insight on health and wellness. 100% of our DNA parameters are actionable. If it is not actionable, we know, right, we are lacking things. We are sensitive to this and that. But what do we do with it? So actionable parameters, DNA parameters are very, very important. And in True You, you do get 100% actionable DNA parameters. Number 5, right, we have award-winning with ISO accredited laboratory. State-of-the-art design, not just any design, but state-of-the-art design and built to fulfill the stringent requirement of ISO/IEC 17025 2017 to ensure proper handling of saliva DNA extraction and accurate results. So our laboratory is also being awarded with the Malaysia Health and Wellness Brand Awards 2019 in the digital healthcare category. Isn't this wonderful? So you can see, right, this through you profiling test, honestly, nothing is left to chance. The company, right, put the money where the mouth is. So number 6, credible scientific advisory board. We value professionalism. Professionalism is very important. We don't play around, because you guys are very important for this test. You believe in us. You believe in Alcon Global, and we need, right, credible scientific advisory board. So all protocol, from saliva DNA extraction to report interpretation, are closely monitored by our expert panels. And we have also bridging technology in number 7. All gene variant profiles are professionally analyzed by our experienced partner in the UK. And also, right, we have high-tech, high-touch. What do we mean by that? Assess our DNA report via interactive mobile app containing personalized information tailored for your individual needs at your fingertips. And through you Academy, knowledge is power. We all know that. We also offer genetics and personalized nutrition trainings with personalized genetic action plans to help you to discover the true you. And number 10, a holistic personalized action plan. We calculate, right, your current risk levels based on your genetic results and responses to the lifestyle questionnaire to build your health action plan. So your questionnaire is also very important, because this will be part, right, of the build up for your health action plan. And nutrition personalization. We prioritize products recommendation to help you to achieve your short-term and long-term health goals. And last but not least, private and secure. We all want our information private and secure, right? Your privacy is our priority. Only you alone can access your personalized genetic reports with an encrypted password, and your data is never sold or shared. So left with nothing, right, to chance, then it will be leaked in any way. You will be the only one to be able to access it, unless, of course, you give away the data. So with that in mind, right, the steps to a healthy new year 2021, we are now into the 3rd decade of the millennium. So we have a series, a complete series of products, including health food, beauty products, purified RO water, healthy beverages, and snacks for your health, beauty, and life towards a brighter future. So let's take a look. So health, right, is about the MRT concept. To stay healthy with MRT concept, we just look at the diagram here, right? The body, right, is actually made up of a system, and the system is made up of a series of organs, which is also then comprised from tissues, and the tissues are just comprised from cells, and the cells will go right down to the genes. So if we are healthy, right, the cells are healthy, the genes are healthy, and vice versa. If the genes are healthy, the cells are healthy, therefore the tissues are healthy, the organs are healthy, and the system is healthy, therefore we are healthy. And there's only 4 steps, right, towards this health concept in terms of MRT concept. First is balanced nutrition. Second is increased oxygen intake. Third is detoxification. And fourth is health regulation. So let's take a look. We must have must have health options for your daily life. The first one, right, balanced nutrition. is the food for your cells, is our fantastic alkaline spirulina. And then for the engine, the pump, which is very important, because if that goes, everything goes, right? The food for your heart is LX Young. And the food for your internal terrain, so that everything is balanced, is the Kington isotonic. And optimized food absorption, energy and nutrients is our Zenergy. And of course, we need, right, healthy water for cells and organs. We can't be too careful with that. Is our RO water, the K200, K400, and the N300. Today, right, our diet, what should be high becomes low, what should be low becomes high. So we have the 6 highs. Our diet basically is very high in fat, carbohydrate, animal protein, sugar, calorie, and salt. All the food that we look at it, this is the standard Malaysian or Asian diet. But the vitamins, the minerals, and the plant proteins are the 3 lows that we all have in basically our diet. So let us see how we can reverse that. So here, when we take alkaline spirulina, right, we can achieve balanced nutrition. So there are 3 options towards balanced nutrition. The first one is to consume more than 10 types of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. That, I think, calls for literally quite an impossible task. The second option is to consume 46 types of synthetic supplements. And that not only difficult, but also a very expensive and also a chore to do, to take 46 different types of synthetic supplements. The easy option 3 is to consume 5 types of fruits and vegetables plus spirulina. So that is the easy way. Let's take a look, right? Because alkaline spirulina provides more than 60 different types of nutrients to the cells in the body. Now, if we say it is good, don't quite believe us. But we have won numerous rewards, as you can see from the left-hand side of the PowerPoint, right? And we have prestigious record, local and international accolades, renowned founders by Dr. Quinn Kodo and now the son, and also 12 analysis, scientific and clinical studies. So it has been the Health Food Award, right? Alkaline spirulina. So all these, right? And more important, right? The JHFA here, if you can see the PowerPoint where I'm circling it, Japan Health Food Association, it's been given yearly to this alkaline spirulina. And since inception, it has never lost the award. If JHFA can say it is good, definitely it is good. It is very, very strict. In fact, it is more strict than the FDA of the US, right? The source of balanced nutrition in alkaline spirulina is truly out of this world. We have 5 major nutrients with 46 types of essential nutrients. Just for your information, essential nutrients means the body do not manufacture it. These 46 essential nutrients have been taken from the outside. So it is that good. We don't have to source from different vegetables, meat products, and so forth, right? It consists of 20 minerals, calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, name it, you can just see from the chart there, and 18 different types of vitamins. More important is the B vitamins, right? And also the B12 is also in there, and that's why I also consume it since it was introduced to alkaline 20 odd years ago. And again, 18 of the plant protein, including 8 of the essential amino acids. These 8 essential amino acids our body cannot manufacture, but whereas the remainder of the 18, 8 there. So we have 22, so we have 14, right? So 14 of the amino acids can be manufactured by our body, but then we don't need to manufacture so much because it gives us 18, right, of the plant protein, including some carbohydrates and good fats, which is the omega 369. The good news is, right, instead of just tablets, we can now also have in powder form. In fact, this is powder form is good in the sense that we can also add it into our shakes. We make shakes in the morning. We can use our Sensodyne, right? Whether it is vanilla or whether it is chocolate, we can add it in. We can also add some fruits in, and not only it will give us balanced nutrition, it will give us a nice drink as well. And for your information, I have a number of cats, and my cats also take alkaline spirulina. I mix some of the powder with the cat food for them, and they are people who came to our house say, "Wow, your cat, they are so well fed." So, and the LX Young enhanced formulation for healthy circulation. So now it is in the 4th generation. It contains, let me take a look. It contains L-arginine, which produces the nitric oxide. Now, this nitric oxide is very important, as you will be able to see in the next slide. Later on, we'll look into it. And curcumin, which regulates blood cholesterol, boosts nitric oxide production, and strong anti-inflammation and antioxidant, act as an antioxidant in other words. And tomato aqueous extract, TAE, it prevents abnormal platelet aggregation, so that the blood can flow better and the heart doesn't have to work excessively hard. And more important, right, it will be, the blood will be, well, the blood platelets actually will be able to turn spiky when there's a cut, so that it can form a clot and stop the bleeding. For aspirin, for example, people who take aspirin maybe for as a blood thinner, they need to stop, right, taking the aspirin for at least 7 days before any invasive surgery is done. In other words, like tooth extraction, or if they get a cut, it may not form the clot because it doesn't. The platelets do not turn spiky. So taking this is very, very safe. Anytime we need to do invasive surgery, so there is no issue with that. And it also has synergistic nutrients in terms of the vitamin B6, 12, E, and folate. And this supports healthy circulatory system. So this chart, right, shows the L-arginine, the nitric oxide. In A, on the top left-hand side, you can see that, right, healthy blood vessels, the blood vessels, the diameter inside, right, the orifice, in other words, is very large. As time goes on with plaque formation, right, it starts to narrow, you see. And release of the nitric oxide when we take this LX young, right, it starts to clean up. And so we will enlarge the orifice of the blood vessel so that the blood vessel now is more healthy and it will have better blood flow. And on the right-hand side, top right-hand side, you see that this LX young will also dilate blood vessels and enabling, right, better blood flow, in other words. And C, on the bottom left-hand side, restores damaged blood vessels. So this LS young does a number of things. And the next one, D, it restores elasticity of blood vessels. This is very, very important because as we age and with the clogging up with the plaque, the blood vessels can become very brittle and with, narrow orifice. And as it goes to another area where the orifice is much wider because it is only sectionalized in terms of the blockage, there is this sudden pressure. And with the brittleness, right, of the blood vessel, with the clog up of this plaque and all that, it becomes brittle, and the sudden gush can break that blood vessel, which can lead to a heart attack or to a stroke, depending on whether it is where the breakage is, whether it's in the brain or in the heart level. So it is very important, right, to keep our blood vessels elastic so that we minimize the heart attack or stroke. And right, our Alex Young also is the winner of multiple awards. So this Nutra Award, right, is quite, I would say it is equivalent, right, to the Oscars. So it is the longest running award in the natural products industry. So we are very proud to say that we have won it in 2018 as the Botanical Product of the Year, 2019, right, as the award-winning technology in terms of the delivery system and all that, and also as the Innovation of the Year, and in 2011, winner of the Nutra Award. And very, very proud because this is really like the Oscars in the film industry. And this Kington isotonic, right, it helps us to the cell repair, cell to renew the cell, and also cell regeneration. And what it does is the internal terrain, right, will need all this with complete and balanced minerals. Kington isotonic, you can see from this next slide, it is right a balanced internal terrain requirement with a full spectrum of elements. You know, for those of us who did study a bit of science, we have the periodic table. Literally, all the products, all the elements are there. It is that is in the periodic table. And then at the same time, it is in crystalloid state so that it is better for absorption. It is balanced in composition so that it is not too much of one element compared to the others. And on top of that, it is also for transmission of electromagnetic energy. So by taking Kington isotonic, we will have all these to complement it. And it contains 78 types of bioavailable elements for efficient cellular communication and duplication. Actually, it is from the sea. It is, you know, the soil, the alluvial soil at the bottom of the sea is the richest composition in terms of minerals. All the topsoil are washed into the sea and it all goes right to the bottom. But we have the currents, right? So when we have the hot and cold currents, right, it creates a big whirlpool and that alluvial soil comes up. And the phytoplankton is a plant, it is the soil, convert the metallic minerals to a plant mineral. And the zooplankton, the bigger one, it is an animal. It will eat the zooplankton and create a plasma, and that's where it is. That's why you have such high bioavailable available elements. It is pre-digested, in other words, and that's why it is so rich. More, in fact, it is 70. In fact, it's more than 78 in terms of the bioavailable elements in there. And you can see from here, the only isotonic in the market that is most identical to human blood plasma and used in medical field for over 100 years with 2,000 scientific and clinical studies. The live plasma, look at the picture on the left and compared to the one on the right, that's the blood plasma. You look at that, almost identical, right? And also the extracellular fluid is almost identical. In fact, in the First World War and Second World War, the live plasma, right, was used as a blood transfusion to save a lot of lives, where plasma was, the blood plasma was in short supply. And it is over 100 years now, but more important is we have more than 2,000 scientific and clinical studies to support that. And the Xenergy, right, it enhanced formula in terms of fermentation technologies. What it does is to reactivate our body enzyme with broad spectrum enzyme catalyst, right? And it's also supported by proprietary clinical studies by alkane. It not only gives us back our enzyme, but it also reactivate, right, the production of enzymes in our body. And enzymes is so important because without enzymes, we would be dead. It converts from one energy form to the next. We need that. So whatever food that we take in, right, it starts, the enzymes converts the food into different forms of energy. So Zenergy contains 65 types of botanical ingredients to catalyze the reactions of more than 3,000 types of enzymes in the human body. But unfortunately, as we age, a lot of the enzymes are lost because the sort of factories start to shut down in our bodies. So this Zenergy, right, not only gives us back the enzymes, but also helps to reactivate the production. And this is sourced from a reliable source from Okayama, Japan, and it has multiple botanical categories. In other words, it not only have fruits here, but the fruits, vegetable, pulses, seeds, in other words, right? All are organic. So, and power of four seasons, meaning, right? In other words, in Japan, right, where we have the four seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, right? So as each season comes along, we have different fruits, different vegetables, pulses, and so forth. They are harvested in that season and added in for the fermentation. And it is from, right, the sea all the way up to the mountain in terms of the planting these different vegetables at the different levels in terms of the seasons. So this will give us a very wide array of the nutritional in terms of the fruits, vegetables, and pulses. And the unique fermentation process is such that the ingredients undergo an individual fermentation process for 1,200 days. That's 3 years and 3 months. So yielding microfine nutrients, right? Which actually it is pre-digested. Even babies can take that. You don't need digestion. It can be absorbed straight away and metabolized completely and efficiently. And nothing is wasted, in other words, right? So besides that, right, the fermentation also uses proprietary selection of 15 probiotics. Probiotics, right? Proprietary selection of 15 strains of lactic acid bacteria and prebiotics, galactose, oligosaccharide, and oligosaccharide brown sugar added in together with the 65 botanical ingredients to make this Zenergy fermentation taking 1,200 days. So we have a fantastic product and to give us back our enzymes. And BioPure RO water. So the pure water is very important, as we have said earlier, about the contamination of our rivers and also the amount of stoppages that we have. So the tap, in the old days, right, the only worry we have is about organism in the water, where we just boil it and it kills the organism. But today it is sick water. Sick water because of the biological contaminants, organic chemicals inside, disinfection byproducts, inorganic minerals and heavy metals, and medication. In fact, if we were to look into the estuary, right, where the rivers flow and as it comes down from the mountain to the plains and then into the sea, right, the estuary near the sea there, where the river starts to slow down, right, the sedimentation starts to take place. A lot of the sea animals in the estuaries, the crabs, the prawns, the mollusks, the bivalve mollusks, what the Chinese would say, lala, right? They capture all this and eat this. In fact, they are a bad source. In fact, they are highly contaminated because whether it is farming or whether it is indiscriminate dumping in terms of chemicals into the rivers. All this goes out to the sea. So the main source of water contamination, right, when we have drink this and it's not properly, purified, we will be drinking all this. Of course, we drink it today, tomorrow, a year down the road, we may not have the havoc in our system, but it will take its toll sooner or later. Then this BioPure water purification system is the best choice for clean water. We have the K200, the K400, and the N300. So you can see from this, right, the sick water on the left, right, heavy metals, radioactive elements, pharmaceutical drugs, viruses, dissolved solids. So a lot of the filters, the membranes have pretty big pores, right? From 10 to 1.0, from 0.1, 0.01, 0.001 in terms of the pore size. So ours is 0.0001. It comes out nothing but only water, H2O. So we have the K200, right, with ABS food grade reservoir, so that we don't leak plastic out. And the hot water is stainless steel, so it's hot and normal. And then the K400, hot, normal, and chill. And it has high production in terms of 8 to 10 liters per hour. And also we have this N300. This is not the tabletop like the first two. This is floor, a floor design. And it has a production rate of 15.5 liters per hour. And the RO membrane is 100 GPD, gallons per day. And here we also have extra hot. You can reboil it. You have no feed water alert. In other words, when there's no water coming in, there's a water disruption, it will also alert you, improve dispensing height. You can fill it with top water bottles. 100 GPD membrane, gallons per day, and also 17 liter water capacity, very high capacity reservoir in there. And we are the first Asian Water Quality Association S300 Gold Seal Medal winner. So WQA in other words. And also Reader Digest Gold Trusted Brand 20, as far back as 2010. And then we want to have a beauty option for our daily life as well. So we have El Marino Young, we have Trigen S, and as well as Elisal contouring pens. So let's take a look. We are constantly being exposed to many unhealthy factors that increases the aging process. We don't want to look, right, well beyond our age in terms of looks. We don't want to look 60 when we are 50. We should be looking the other way. When we are 60, we look 50, isn't it? So these factors, right, will create physiology changes in our aging skin. Dehydration, dry skin, in other words, dull and rough complexion, fine or deep wrinkles, and large pores and age spots. And this will El Marino Young will help us to regenerate our skin cell from within. And on top of that, how does it work? The stem cell, right? It acts as an internal sunscreen against the UV, B, and the ultraviolet A as well. So it prevents oxidative damages. And then secondly, it promotes stem cells renewal by increasing the CD34 plus expression. In other words, it regenerates its stem cells, in other words, so that we will have more protection, and stimulate collagen synthesis so that we have more collagen, so that we will not have sagging features, particularly in the skin, and also inhibit melanin synthesis so that we don't have age pores or the brown spots, in other words. So, and then we also have the Trigen S, consequences of excessive intake and absorption of starch and sugar. This causes the rapid rise of blood sugar. The rapid rise of blood sugar burdens the work of insulin, which may induce diabetes, leads to obesity, and promote high blood cholesterol. Also affects the body's absorption of nutrients. So you see in foods high in starch and refined sugar, we will have a big belly, right? A big center forward. So, which then means we can play for center forward for Manchester United. So Trigen S, right, burns stored fat as well as block fat accumulation. And so here, the Trigen S, how does it work? First, it boosts thermogenesis, which means it speeds up the fat burning process. And secondly, it boosts metabolism in brown adipocyte to increase the ATP synthesis and provide energy for the body. Third, it reduces carbohydrate digestion, so meaning it prevents fat accumulation. And fourth, it reduces stored fat size, stimulate lipolysis in white adipocyte tissue for breaking down fat during sleep. So if we take it in the morning and take it in the evening, we will have a 24-hour, right, burning process to reduce the fat. So we have also, right, been tested and proven. Clinical study 1, reduce body weight and lose inches in 30 days. This person loses 3.18 kilograms in weight, reduce 5 centimeters in hip circumference and 5.6 centimeters in waist circumference. Study 2, right, reduction in body fat. In 12 weeks, reduced by 9.7% in abdominal fat. 16 weeks, reduced 63% in fat mass. Clinical study 3, increase basal metabolic rate. And in 16 weeks, right, increases it by another 180 kilocalories per day. And study 4, reduce carbohydrate absorption, reducing glucose level in the blood from time to time. And the Elisa contouring pants. Let's take a look. Do we have any of these problems with the legs? Varicose veins, heavy legs, cramped legs, tired legs, right? So these pants, right, has won the Health and Wellness Award in 2019, where it will also offer the opportunity to improve your body shape through elimination of unwanted bulges and creating more proportional figure, especially your tummy and legs. So the uniqueness is the material is patented Kodenshi pants, patented Kodenshi, award-winning design, unique technology, unique features for shaping and health benefits. And this is what it is, right? So we have a smart waistline, widen waist width so that it doesn't bite into you, 3D pocket so that you can lift the bum, the buttocks in other words, so right, and then thigh shaping booster, as well as gradual compression power. You can see on the leg, right, 26, 20, and 14, so that the blood flows back from the leg. It helps the blood to flow back from the leg to the heart. High waist design, built-in pelvic bag, so that we adjust the standing pose, hip power, ideal fabric composition, and full length. It covers the whole leg, in other words. So we have a full range of garments, right? Lingerie, as well as these contouring pants to make us, right, better fitting, looks better. Our posture also look better, and also gain back, right, our confidence and self-esteem. So when we feel better, when we look better, definitely our confidence and self-esteem also given a boost. And must have everyday options for our daily life, right? So we have all these products. Let's go through it. So here we have the delicate buttery cookies with soft and crumbly texture, contains the highly nutritious Alkan LG6 colostrum, contains oats and almonds. It contains inulin to enhance calcium absorption. And here a beverage to help us, hearty, healthy beverage, enjoy anytime, anywhere. And each box contains the equivalent of 20 tablets of organic Alkan spirulina, rich in calcium, protein, contains oats, contains brown rice as well, barley, and taurine. and rich in fiber to reduce constipation and lower cholesterol. Now, the next one, premium coffee that's rich in aroma and taste. This is East meeting West. Because it contains ginkgo biloba extract, enhances body circulation and improves memory. Ginseng extract reduces fatigue and stress and includes Arabica coffee. Beans from Brazil for smooth and mellow taste, Robusta coffee beans from Indonesia for an irresistible aroma. And if you don't like coffee or you want to change, why not luxuriate in life with a cup of hot chocolate, which is rich in calcium and iron and contains more. So, and here the multi beverage with oat flakes and beta glucan contains 20% or 22% or more oat bran and barley beta glucan, which is 7 times the amount of beta glucans in conventional oatmeal. Optimal molecular weight of 2,000 over K-daltons to achieve high viscosity in the gut, enabling the effective reduction of blood cholesterol and stabilizes glucose level. Right. Now, before I go into this, remember, right, these products we just mentioned, the fast-moving consumer products, have the 5 no's. No trans fat, which is very, very bad for our system. It causes cancer, high blood pressure, and so forth. And no artificial coloring, no artificial flavoring, no artificial sweeteners, and more important also, no preservation. Right? No preservatives, in other words, not preservation, no preservatives. And good news, right? From the 25th of January to the 3rd of March, right? We have this lifestyle reward campaign plus the ringgit, 1 ringgit Malaysian campaign, right? So here from cycle 2 to 5 only, this 1 ringgit campaign, if we were to buy this in terms of the True You, okay, which the normal price is 8,625, now is only 3,945. As we have said, why the True You is so important, because you know yourself, you have an actionable plan. You know what you need to become more healthy, right? To live not just a long life, but live a long and healthy life. And you save, most important is you save 4,680, which is 54%. Now that's a mad giveaway, but that's the company, and we enjoy the benefits of that. So now we also have, right, for the Zenergy, buy 5, free 2, and for the 1 ringgit campaign, you get all the others, so many free things, you save 52%. And for this Alkan Spirulina, for your balanced nutrition, again, buy 3, free 2, you save 48% with this 1 ringgit campaign. It's a mad giveaway. And for the Alex Young, right, for our heart health, for our circulatory, better circulatory issue that we might have, or even if we don't have, we protect our heart, which is very, very important, the pump, the centerpiece of our body, right? We save 46%. And the Kington isotonic, which gives us, our system to be totally balanced, the internal terrain. Again, another big saving of 39%. And to look better, right, with this El Marino Young, again, a fantastic 47% saving. This is madness. But then again, we take advantage of this madness. And for us, right, for the contouring pants, so that we all look beautiful, right, particularly for the lady, a savings of 43%. So for this coming season, right, for the male, for those of you who are married, quickly get this for your spouse, and for the spouse, quickly get the health product for your husband. And for this Trigen S, for us, right, to maintain our weight or to lose weight, so another mad 44% savings. For the RO unit, right, BioPure, the K200, 42% savings. For the K400, 41% savings. And with that, right, our Alkan products help all of us to achieve health, beauty, and wealth. And I wish you a fantastic coming Chinese New Year holiday season for the others. So with that, right, quickly grab the offers while it lasts, and I shall see you again, all of us much more healthy. Thank you so much. Bye.